Obviously.
It depends. I'm always the one who's the reason for the argument, and then she's the one that brings it up. So you did something wrong and I don't like it.
And who fixes it? And how do you do it? Because I can guarantee you there's a lot of people in the same situation out there that don't know how to fix their argument. So tell us. Been married for 12 years, 4 children, argue twice a month. How do you fix it?
Yeah, usually he's quite good at fixing the arguments, because obviously women, as usual, are mouthy. So he wouldn't talk. That's how he starts to fix the argument. He would just be quiet, and then obviously I calm down, because if he's arguing with me, then I go haywire, if you know what I'm saying. So he'll calm down, he's not going to talk, and that makes me calm down, and then he will start again, okay, so how do we go about this? And then sometimes it's just the intimacy. This is how we sort of like break that, that argument. Say, for example, we didn't get to the bottom line of resolving it completely, like, we both are right, if you know what I'm saying. We both agree to disagree, or disagree to agree, then we make it up in that way.
Okay.
Of intimacy.
And what sort of arguments are we talking about? What do you guys argue about?
He left the socks in the living room.
Yes, and well, most of the time, it's little things that happen often.
Yeah.
That
just something that builds up.
Yeah, I don't like dishes left in the sink.
Yeah.
She leaves dishes in the sink, and I come back and think, this is the 20 millionth time I've said, don't leave dishes in the sink. But then I do things like that too.
The socks and shoes in the living room.
Do you have an unsorted argument now?
Right now, I'm saying nothing right now. Well, do we have an unsorted argument right now? Have I let any of my socks around somewhere that you're waiting to tell me about?
Loads of socks, yes.
You're waiting to tell them about that.
I mean, for me, there's 3 things that are important to me in a relationship: love, trust, and respect. And as long as we can have those 3 things, then we can talk and we can resolve issues. That's not a problem.
And do you love each other?
Yes, we do.
That is good. So,
well, he gave his 3 important things, and I was thinking of communication as well. The important things in a marriage is very vital. The communication, caring as well, which I can help you guys. And what else did I have? Yeah, that slipped my mind. But yeah, communication is one of the most important ones. Because if you can communicate, then you understand each other and where your spouse or your partner is coming from.
How do you feel? Obviously his work, as you said, it's shift work. He does nights, evenings, mornings. How do you feel about his work? Is it affecting your relationship at all, or?
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest issue I have as a wife in terms of his shift work, because it's almost as though you're not settled, where you feel, okay, we're going to do this time, and then you forgot, he's going to go to work, if you know what I'm saying, even with the kids, because sometimes I'll think, okay, he's going to do the homework with the kids, that's just an example, and obviously he can't because he's going to go to work and stuff, and then also in the night, because we've got a 2-year-old, he's just more or less settled to sleep in his own room and stuff like that. But then sometimes he's awake in the night, and if, say for example, I'm tired during the day and the baby doesn't sleep in the night and he's working in the night, it affects me the following day, because I feel really tired and stuff like that. So I'm just on the edge, so anything sort of like frustrates me.
And Taka, how do you feel about have to go to work at certain times? Do you feel it's taking time from your family, or that you don't spend enough time with your family, or how do you feel about your working hours?
Well, there are advantages and disadvantages. For example, when I do an early shift, I leave home at 5 in the morning, but that means I finish at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'll have the whole day. When I do a late shift, I can get to take my kids to school in the morning. So although I don't see them when they finish and when they go to bed. So there are pros and cons. Unfortunately, the line of work I do is very common. Shift work is the best because it's not the best for me, but it's the line of work I do. It's very common to do shift work. So I can't, I would rather look at the advantages and disadvantages and just weigh it up, so I can be more productive myself. I think I spend enough time with my family, to be honest. And I don't know if I agree with that.
No. I was like he rightly said. I think the early shift for me as a wife, obviously sitting at home with the children, I think is the best. That would have been the best for us. Unfortunately, he has to do the shift work because, as he said, he goes in early and finishes early, so we have like the rest of the time together, and we can even have dinner together at the table, and we can, he can do the homeworks with the kids, he can see them before they go to bed and stuff like that. So to me, what I prefer him to do is the early shift. You understand? So yeah, so that's
if both would ask you to change careers for the family, for love, for her, would you do it?
If it was as easy as that, I would. If it was as easy as, changing careers is a big thing. And I've, spent 12 years training and preparing for what I do now. It's one of the gremlins that comes with it, unfortunately, doing shift work. But, I used to do permanent nights before, which I think is worse than shift work. I hate nights because I can never sleep. I worked last night and I'm going to work tonight and I've slept 1 hour. So it's difficult. I find it difficult to sleep during the day. If I could switch and it would make things better, yes, I would.
And now you're thinking about going back to work. How are you planning to do that? You have 4 children.
That's difficult.
Different shift pattern for him.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'm really, really stretching my brains at the moment. For them to stay and look after the kids. But then if I have to go to work, I'm just gonna go to work and pay them the money I'm earning. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
She wants to get back out there. Whatever we can do to make that happen, then we'll do it.
Okay. And yes.